Hey folks, how's it going? This is Joe with Palmetto Land Buyers, palmettohousebuyers.com. And today, what I want to share with y'all, let me just make sure I got the screen set up right. Yeah. So what I want to go through today is I want to see what options, right? So there's if you're looking to sell land or if you're looking to sell a house in South Carolina, you've got different options. The most common and the traditional way is contacting um contacting a real estate agent. Basically pick up the phone, you call a local real estate agent, or maybe you have a cousin or a sister or a brother or somebody who's a real estate agent, and you say, hey, look, I want to sell my house, can you help me sell my house? Right? I would say about 80% of people do that. That is the traditional way to go about selling real estate. You could also pick up the phone and call a professional buyer, a real estate investor, someone who's does this for, a day to day as a living, like myself, right? You'd go either online, you'd search for like a buyer, I want to sell my house in South Carolina, or house buyer in South Carolina, or land buyers in South Carolina, and Google gives you results, and then you go and you pick, you call a few, right? And you say, hey, I want to sell my land, or hey, I want to sell my house. Can you make me an offer? I would say those are the two common ways, or those are two ways. There's a third way that a lot of people go through, and that is a for sale by owner route. Now, when you go the for sale by owner route, you could, that it could look differently. You could go to Lowe's or Home Depot or Walmart and buy a for sale sign, and then just go out in your yard and put the for sale sign with your number and sell your house that way. Okay. Pros and cons for that situation. The pros of selling, of just going, buying a for sale sign and putting it in your front yard. The pros is very low cost, right? Maybe you pay $30, $40 for a nice sturdy for sale sign, and then you stick it in your front yard and you write your number with a permanent, with like a Sharpie, a permanent marker. So very low cost. That's the pros. Okay. And if you can sell your house like that, you good on you. And you might be able to, right? It all kind of depends on where your house is located. If your house is in Charleston, in a highly desirable neighborhood, yeah, you'll probably sell it that way. You will probably sell it that way because the neighbors there probably know people who want to come live in the neighborhood, and so word of mouth will catch, that you'll have that traction, and you could probably sell it that way. But if you don't, if you live in a regular neighborhood for the most part, you're going to have a hard time selling it. If you live just in your average neighborhood, you're going to have a hard time selling it that way. And the cons, which leads me to the cons of that approach or that strategy, is that it's very low visibility. Your immediate neighbors will know that your house is for sale, and they will probably share that information with people at church or with family members if they know that someone is looking to move into the area. That they might say, oh, hey, somebody posted up there, my neighbor posted up his house for sale. I know you'd been looking in the area, right? Like those type of conversations could take place. Excuse me. Very, very low exposure there. If you're living in a regular neighborhood, you're not going to get a lot of eyeballs on the property. So your neighbors will know, and your neighbors might share the information with, people that they know that want to move into the area. Also, people driving through the neighborhood will see the sign. If your house is on a busy street, which can be good or bad, then if your house is on a busy street and you got a for sale sign, then it's good because there's a lot of traffic, a lot of people see the sign. But if it's inside a neighborhood, like down a dead end road or a cul-de-sac or just your regular neighborhood where there isn't a lot of traffic, then again, not a lot of people are going to be driving through there, not a lot of visibility. So, one option is to also go to these different for sale by owner websites. And there are a lot of for sale by owner websites. And that's really what I want to do today is let's pull up these for sale by owner websites and see what they got to offer. And then I'll give you my opinion as to whether this is a good approach in 2024 or whether you should, go at it yourself or do something different. All right. So we're in Google and we're going to put in here for sale by owner. And let's see what comes up. And we'll just hit like the top three, the top 2 or 3. And we're going to avoid Zillow just because we'll talk a little bit more about Zillow here shortly. But the very top option is this for sale by owner.com. So we're going to go ahead and open that. And here is the for sale by owner website. So we're going to not look. So we're not going to be buying. We're going to be selling. So sell your home. What's my home worth? Seller's guide, closing assistance. So we're going to click sell your home. And okay, so you got here 2 options from forsalebyowner.com. They've got the do-it-yourself option, which is free, okay? And you also have the closing assistance option, which is a $495 one-time fee, okay? So let's look at both of these options and see what they include. Okay, so the free option here, unlock the tools you need to sell you. Okay, let me say that again. Unlock the tools you need to sell on your own with our team of specialists ready to answer your questions. So you're going to get a customizable listing on forsalebyowner.com. You're going to get simple tools for pricing your home. You're going to get a personal selling dashboard and inbox. And you're going to get 7 times more traffic than any other sale by owner site. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this. Okay. And we got an error loading flow network error. Okay, there we go. All right. What's the address of the home for sale? I'm going to go ahead and put my one of my addresses. 33 Savannah Drive in Waterloo, South Carolina. Waterloo. Okay, next. Details. Short. Okay. Guys, I'm just going to put just generic information here because I want to go through the process as fast as possible so we can get through these as fast as possible. At palmettolandbuyers.com. We'll use a strong password. Remember my email, create account. We'll hit next here. Add a video tour. We'll hit next here. Describe your home. We'll hit next here. Set your asking based on similar homes. Your estimated value is 151. Okay, sure. Okay, fine. So these are apparently nearby houses that that have sold. So we'll leave it at 151, and we'll type in 15123. We'll hit next. Display name, Joe Ortiz. And Joe Ortiz, 803201913. It's not a mobile home. Time frame for selling 30 days. I'm the legal owner of this property, and I consent to the conditions below. All right, so look, I'll also report back on this video after a while and see if I get contacted by any real estate agents, because these people may very well sell my information to real estate agents. And a lot of the times, these folks come out, they position themselves as the anti-realtor type of a website, but then they'll go ahead and sell your information to realtors, and then they'll pester you and try to get your lead, try to get your listing. So, but we'll see. Okay, it's thinking, still thinking. All right, so this was the get started. Now let's see what you get for the closing assistance. So for $495, you'll get a licensed real estate advisor. So you'll close with confidence when working with a licensed real estate advisor from Rocket Homes, who will guide you through each step of your closing plan. So what is a real estate advisor? I'm not sure. What are they licensed for? I've never heard of a real estate advisor. This is something that they've made up. I wonder what licensing they're referring to and what body, what government body or agency is licensing these people. Probably none. It's probably something they've made up. Error processing your payment. For additional help, contact us. Okay. Well, I wasn't trying to pay. I'm trying to go the free route. So look, already riddled with issues here. Okay, there we go. Okay, identification. Okay, so we need to verify your identity to keep our marketplace safe for everyone. We'll briefly run a temporary authorization on your credit card for $0. This will not charge you anything, but will help us confirm your information. Don't worry, your card will not be charged. Look, this is sketchy. Because this is sketchy, and here's why this is a problem. They're gonna have your credit card on file. And while they may not charge it right now, I guarantee you there's going to be prompts along the way that are going to entice you to upcharge you. And if you easily click one of those, you're going to get hit with a fee. I don't like it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. This is scam. This is predatory written all over it. Hey, just give us your credit card number. We're not going to charge you. We're going to verify your identity. They could verify your identity with your driver's license. Why don't they do a driver's license? You understand what I'm saying? They want the credit card information for a particular reason, and that's because they're going to throw buttons at you big and bright, so you click on them, and then they're going to charge you. Guys, just because of this right here, I wouldn't even mess with it. I wouldn't even mess with it, honestly. So just because of that, I don't want them to have my credit card number on charge. This site, for sale by owner, could get hacked by anybody. The least amount of places you could add this stuff to, the better. All right, so we'll see what their $495 one-time fee process gets you. A step-by-step closing plan. Work with our team to help make the closing process easy and stress-free from start to finish. Legal documents provided. Our licensed advisors from Rocket Homes will assist with legal documents specific to your closing. Title, inspections, and appraisal. We'll coordinate your inspections, title, appraisal, and closing efficiently. And then closing preparations. The goal of closing successfully is our top priority. So we'll help make the closing process easier to get you through the necessary steps. Let's see here what this get. Okay, and then the get started is the same process. Look, here's what I think. This do-it-you-free version, what they do is they'll post your house for free on their website. How many people are going to forsalebyowner.com and specifically looking for listings? Probably none. Probably nobody. You know who comes to these websites looking specifically at the listings? Realtors. Probably 99% realtors looking to see, looking to find houses that have been on the website for like 45 days, 60 days. And their hope is that, okay, this house has been on here for long. Maybe they haven't gotten a lot of interest. Let me contact this seller, right? Even though it says do not contact, they'll still contact you and say, hey, let me help you sell it. You haven't sold in 60 days. I'm selling houses in the area, in 12 to 20 days. Give me a shot. I'll charge you a commission. Yeah, you know what? I'll lessen the commission. Instead of 3%, it might charge you 2.5% or 2%, right? Because they've already identified you as a seller. So you're technically, in their eyes, considered a warm lead, right? You already have declared your intention to sell. And what they'll do is they'll know that, okay, this person is going to be a pain in the ass because they don't want to pay a commission, which is why they went the for sale by owner route. So I'll just charge them a little less in commission. It's probably what they're going to do. And they're going to go into it knowing that you're going to be difficult to work with, seller, because you already specified you want to sell, and you've already stated you don't want to pay a commission. Guys, this website here, websites like this, where the information is super vague, they haven't told you where they're going to post your property. I'm assuming they're only posting your property on their website, and that's not good enough. Their website is not good enough. Let's see what type of listings they have here in Columbia, South Carolina. And I'll use Columbia because it's a bigger metropolitan area. So these are the listings right here. For sale by owner. Look, this is not enough. These aren't a lot of listings. These are people that are probably not going to get contacted. Look at this, a lot for 40 grand. This is so overpriced. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. What is this here? Townhome, 232,900. It's crazy. It's crazy. So look, these people here, I would be honest with you, nobody's coming to this website to look for real estate. If you're doing for sale by owner, look, you could go here, you could do it the free route. Might be good to do the free route if you're comfortable giving your credit card information. Zillow doesn't ask you for credit card information, and you could post property on Zillow all day long. They don't ask for credit card information. So the fact that they're asking for credit card information, super sketchy. Okay. My opinion on forsalebyowner.com, avoid it. Avoid it at all costs. That would be my opinion. All right, we're going to skip Zillow. Let's go to the next one, FSBO.com and FSBO.com, forsalebyowner.com. So let's see what this website has to offer. So they don't have a free version. I almost like that better, honestly, now after seeing that first one. That first one, you got to be careful with, honestly. All right, list with FSBO.com and save. So they've got two package options for you. A $99.95, so a $100 option, and a $399.95 $400 option, right? Come on, guys. Let's call it what it is. $100, $400 options. So the $100 options, what comes with the $100 options? You get a FSBO.com listing for 6 months. Okay? So you get to put your property on FSBO.com, on FSBO.com. That should be free. You putting your listing on FSBO.com is a win for them. More listings on their website would drive more traffic. You would think that that'd be the free option. They should have a free option here. It says free. Add your listing to FSBO.com. I think that would be the smarter route to go if I was this website. That would be the free option. Add your listing here. You can do it for free. Right? Because if they've got more property on there, you would think that that would drive more traffic to their website, but they don't offer that, right? They're charging you for the privilege of putting it on their website, which is a joke. Unlimited photos and one video upload, okay? 24/7 access to edit and cancel listing at any time. Guys, again, how is that a feature or a benefit listed on here? You can access this website, which literally runs 24/7 all the time. That'd be like Facebook saying, yeah, you could only post on Facebook between the hours of 9 to 5. It's a website. It's open all the time. Shouldn't be a benefit. It's like they're stretching, like they're reaching. What else can we add here for our $99, for our $100 package? 24/7 access to edit and cancel listings anytime. Guys, that's not a benefit. That nowadays, this is like, that's normal. Everybody should, that's normal. All right, free redfin.com listing. All right, let's see what it costs to add a listing on redfin.com. Let's see what it costs to add your listing here. So sell. Oh, get out of here. Let me see what it costs to. What's the pricing, my guy here? What's the pricing? Sell. How to sell? Sell. Okay, let me just add my street address. Okay. Okay, let me see here. How much does it cost to list on Redfin? All right, let's see. What does it cost to list on Redfin? Redfin, you pay 1% to list, then 3% goes to the buyer's agent, according to this here from 3 years ago. Selling on Redfin. Let's see what this is. Okay, selling on Redfin, for sale by owner. Let's okay. How do I get a FSBO listing? Redfin does not allow a way to upload a FSBO listing directly. However, your home is posted on FSBO.com or FSBO will be able to show the active listing. Okay. All right. So apparently you can't do it any other way outside of going to for sale. And unless you could only get it on Redfin. Look, you could only get it on Redfin by going to FSBO.com. Here's what I would say. Redfin's not even a big website in the Southeast. Redfin, Washington State, probably out on the West Coast, they're a bigger deal. They're not that big. Redfin is not a big deal in the Southeast. They're not a big deal in South Carolina. I've never seen a Redfin listing or a Redfin for sale sign anywhere in South Carolina. Never ran across it. This website, when you're looking for real estate, Redfin barely comes up when you're looking for real estate in South Carolina. In my opinion, maybe if you're out on the West Coast, Redfin might be a good thing. Wow, you get your listing on Redfin. But as far as South Carolina is concerned, not great. And then yard signs and supplies sold separately from the sell tab above. So $99, you're basically getting a Redfin listing. That's what you're paying for. Because FSBO.com, nobody comes to these websites looking for real estate, except for real estate agents and real estate investors looking for leads. That's the only people that come to these websites. I would almost guarantee that like 99% of the traffic that comes to these for sale by owner.com websites are real estate agents. And then the other 1% is probably real estate investors. Nobody else is coming on here. Because you're not going to find, nobody's coming on here. You're not really going to find deals on here. And then their $400 package is you get it on the MLS and on FSBO.com for 6 months. You get listing syndication to Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, and more. And the way that this listing syndication comes across is through the MLS. Once you put when an agent puts your property in the MLS, it automatically syndicates it to Zillow, Realtor.com, Trulia, Realtor.com, every kind of website that lists property for sale. The MLS sends that information automatically if you elect to share it, right? In this case, you would tell that, they're obviously sharing it. And if you use a real estate agent, you can tell them, hey, share it to all these websites. That's basically what you're paying for here. You're paying $400 to get the property on the MLS and then have the MLS share your listing with the rest of these websites. And then, you would probably still have to buy the yard sign and these other supplies as well. That would be upcharge for that. Let's see what the MLS package is for. We'll pick an address in Richland County. Okay, let me see here. Okay, so it won't tell you right off the jump. You need to put in your listing information. They're trying to capture your listing info. My opinion with this website, $400 might be too much. Let's see what it costs. Before I say it might be too much, let's see what flat fee MLS South Carolina. Let's see what discount brokerages are charging for a flat fee MLS listing. So you've got here sponsored $95 flat fee MLS listing, $89 flat fee MLS listing. You have one here, $99 MLS by owner. So there's different options here. Look, if you Google it, again, what you're paying for here, you're not don't pay for the FSBO.com listing. I've already made my opinion clear. That should be free. You're doing them a favor, really, by putting your listing on their website. The MLS listing, I see value in that because it's going out to all the realtors in the area. And then also it's adding it to Zillow and to Realtor.com and Trulia. And by the way, you could go to Zillow.com and add your listing for free. You can go to Realtor.com and add your listing. You could go to Trulia, right? You could go to these websites one by one and add your listing for free. But really what you're paying for is having it on the MLS because that's going to get maximum visibility. Look, most buyers are probably first-time home buyers and are afraid to shop real estate on their own. So they'll go on Zillow, right, or Realtor.com to look for houses, see one they like, and then they contact an agent. Or an agent might have already reached out. A buyer may have already reached out to an agent. Now an agent's tasked with finding them houses to look at. They go to the MLS, right? Real estate agents, whether you want to deal with one or not, about 90% of the time, they're going to be involved in the buying and selling process of the real estate transaction. They're going to be involved in some way. Maybe 90% of the time, right? Most of the time. Because if it's a first-time home seller, they're going to want someone to hold their hand. And if it's a first-time home buyer, they're going to want somebody to hold their hand and walk them through the process because there's a lot of legal documents and the process is not as easy as going and buying a can of soup at the grocery store, right? There's title, there's ownership, attorneys are involved. A lot of the times, it's the largest purchase a person will do. They're getting a loan, could be $100,000, $200,000, $500,000, right? Lots of money is involved. So people want to make sure that they're doing it right. And by contacting a real estate agent, they're, contacting a professional that's going to help them through the process. All right. In my opinion, FSBO.com is expensive. You may want to instead Google flat fee MLS listing and see what you run across. Okay? But I like this better than the other one because the other one is masquerade. The first one we went to is masquerading as free, but they're trying to capture your credit card information, right? And then they're probably going to throw loud buttons at you with small little font um, saying, oh, hey, by the way, if you click on this, we're going to charge you $100, probably. All right, buy owner. Come on, man. Get that out of here. All right, buyowner.com. Let's see what buyowner.com. I like the website. You go to the website and automatically they're throwing listings at you. How funny. This is, oh my God, how funny. This is my house. 307 Manning Road, Greenwood, South Carolina. This is actually my house right here, guys. That's amazing. This is amazing. So this is a flip that I did, and it's the premier. It's the premier one on their website. That's great. So look, this website, it's got a lot of advertising. They are putting they're putting the listings front and center. Okay? These websites here, they don't. This website here, FSBO.com, you go to this website, you're not getting the listings front and center. So this isn't a website. Again, this proves my point. This website is a marketing website. Marketing for sellers to put in their information. They're not trying to sell real estate off this website. If they were, the very first thing you'd see on here is you'd see listings. Whereas this one, you come in here, you see listings. And these are not even for sale by owner. Not all of them. So listed on by owner by Christina Morbaugh Ortiz. I'm Joanny Ortiz. This is my ex-wife and business partner. Listed on by owner by Nancy Curtis. So I like how they say this, listed on by owner, because when I first saw this, I read it as listed by owner. You see here, listed by owner, Christina Morbaugh Ortiz. So you're assuming that it's listed by the owner. It's not listed by the owner. This is listed, Christina Morbaugh Ortiz is a real estate agent. So it's not listed by owner. This is listed by a real estate agent, but they don't make that clear here, which is funny. But at least this website is dedicated to actually selling real estate. The others, my opinion, are looking to attract sellers like, come give us your money, put your listing on our website. At least here they're actually trying to sell some real estate. Let's see how we can go about listing if we had property that we wanted to sell. Let's see how we could go about listing on this website here. How do we do this? So for sale by owner, okay. And then we're going to click sell. And then we're going to click, okay, let's see, never mind. How does for sale by owner work? Simply put, maximum exposure at minimum investment. All right, what makes us stand out? See how it works. Okay. All right, so here's how this website works. The buy owner difference, a better way to sell your real estate. You keep up to $15,000 or more of your money. Hiring buy owner is different than a traditional agent. Buy owner agents are not commissioned, saving you 70% in listing fees. Plus, we provide more services than most traditional agents. Okay. So, according to them, they're going to provide you professional photography. Guys, you get that for about $125 to $175. That's what that costs. Worldwide marketing. That's ridiculous. They're putting it on the internet, which I guess is technically worldwide marketing, but it's, you guys, settle down. You're putting it on the internet, okay? Contract negotiation. So they're going to negotiate on your behalf, meaning they'll get an offer and they'll show it to you and they'll ask you whether or not you want to accept it. And if not, they'll provide you with advice on what you should do next. Closing coordination. monthly market updates, much more. I don't know what that means. Licensed professional assistants. So they've probably contracted with real estate agents in the area that'll provide you some kind of professional assistance. Those agents would coordinate the showings, so coordinating of showings, social media marketing. So they're going to probably what they would do, and again, I'm only assuming here, they're probably going to post, like they'll go to the buy owner Facebook page and Twitter page and YouTube page and just put your listing there. There's going to be brochures. Again, I'm assuming digital brochures, you would have to print them out. Your home's going to get on the MLS, ShuliaRealtor.com, Zillow, okay? And then monthly market updates again. So they got that twice on here. Again, putting it on the MLS automatically puts it on TruliaRealtor.com and Zillow.com. All right. Buy owner flat fee listing. So buy owner listing commissions are a fixed flat fee. Self-service as low as $99. Buyer agent commission set by you, not the agent. Okay. So the buyer agent commission, you can dictate. So you got to say, so we understand this. In a real estate transaction, there are two parties involved, typically. Seller, buyer. Seller will assume it's you who's watching this video. Can have a seller's agent, or in this case, buy owner would be your agent. The buyer would have a buyer's agent. You as a seller dictate the commission because ultimately the commission comes out of the purchase price. Now, there's been recent litigation where NAR, the National Association of Realtors, was sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. Maybe it was in the billions. I don't recall exactly. I think it was like 500 million. Because they had pricing schemes, so on and so forth, where depending on your state, now remember, we're in South Carolina, not a realtor. I don't know exactly what the requirements are. I just know this from listening and reading the news, where buyers are actually responsible for paying the buyer agent commission. The commission can no longer come from the purchase price unless you as a seller decide for it to come out of the purchase price. So this buyer agent commission, you could put goose egg, big old fat goose egg there. You could put zero there. But what happens if you put zero? If you put a zero for the buyer's agent commission, a buyer's agent, even though they have a fiduciary responsibility to their client, they may not see your listing, right? They may not share your listing with their buyer because they know that they don't stand to make any money on it, right? So if you say, I'm not paying the buyer's agent commission, the buyer's agent, even though they have a fiduciary responsibility to share every listing with their client, they probably will selectively ignore your listing for whatever reason. Oh, it's too much. Oh, it's in a bad look. Whatever. They're probably not going to share it. So just understand that. All right. Here's the thing. They're not upfront. This website here is not being upfront about what they charge. Okay, flat fee commissions as low as $99. But it doesn't say, you got to call. You got to call, you got to get started, you got to do, whatever, yada, 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 in order to even get a quote on what it's going to cost you. Let's see. Maybe I need to shut the hell up. Maybe if I do this right here, it will tell me. Okay, it does tell me. I was talking trash. So the website, simply put in your zip code and it will tell you what they're going to charge you for that listing. So you can get listed today and save thousands. So just putting it on their website. So You get to put it on by owner, 7-day free trial. So you get to put on there for free for 7 days, and then you could probably cancel and not get billed. Or you can keep it on there and they'll charge you $39 a month. You can cancel at any time, but you can put it on there for $39 a month. And you're basically gonna be putting it just on their website. Okay? Get worldwide exposure on the #1 buy owner site. Maybe this is, buy owner because that's their website, buy owner, but we Googled it and they were not the #1 site search result on Google. But I don't know. I haven't looked at traffic numbers. They may have the most amount of traffic. Is it worth it? $39 a month to have your website listed on buyowner.com? My opinion, it's not. Should be free. Again, the more exclusive listings that this website has, the better it is for them. I don't see why they just don't do it for free. Okay, their package, which is probably what they want you to do, is the buy owner website. So you get it on their website, plus you get it on the MLS, plus more. And the plus more looks like, you're getting it on Google, which, again, you get it on the MLS, gets it on Zillow. You get it on Zillow, it's going to come up on Google. Okay. Bing, same. MSN, okay. Who's even using that? But you get it on Zillow, Trulia, Realtor, Yahoo, Redfin, blah, 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 whatever. For $500. And 0.1% due at closing. 0.1% is due at closing. So I'm reading this for the first time. The way I understand it is, if you're selling your house for $100,000, 1% would be $1,000, a tenth of that. So you'd pay $100 at closing. Could be wrong. That's how I understand it, but I'm an idiot. Those are the 3 websites. FSBO.com, I think it was $3.99. Whatever it was, I'm almost sure it was $3.99. Yeah, so $400 to put it on there. Buyowner.com, the same. This is essentially the same as what they're offering you for $500. The other website had a free option, but you had to put in your credit card, and then the other option was, I forget. But those were the top 3 results from Google. Alternative, right? If you don't want to pay those large sums, okay, you've got flat fee MLS listings. So South Carolina flat fee MLS. And you've got here 3 options. A gold MLS listing, 6 months. South Carolina flat fee MLS. You could add 50 photos. It includes all the state docs and forms, Realtor.com, Zillow, and more. Receive all buyer leads. Okay. For $200, 25, you get the same, but instead of 50 pictures, you get 25 pictures. And then for $139, you get the same, but 6 pictures only. And SMS targeted mass marketing blast, which is, that's cool. So, guys, and that's not even the cheapest, right? Well, it's one of the first options that I see here. This one here is advertising $99. Sell your South Carolina property for just $99 flat fee. So, you could getting it, when you see these sites, offering these MLS packages. Look at the upcharge here. $400. Look at the upcharge. $500. Guys, getting your listing on this website, here's the funny thing. And I just realized this. I have my listing on this website. I didn't even pay them to have it on the website. They ripped it off of the MLS. So the better thing to do, guys, the best thing to do is you go to this website, pay $99, you get it on the MLS, and then it will automatically pop up on buyowner.com. And you saved $400. I just saved you $400 specifically for this package. Because I didn't put my website, I didn't put my listing on buyowner.com. It showed up on buyowner.com because it's on the MLS, which is hilarious. So you could literally pay a flat fee, $99, to get it on the MLS, and then it will just for free pop up on this website. But I wouldn't even say it's a value add. It's nice that I have the listing on another website, but it's not even it's not a great website to have your listing on. You want it on Zillow. You want it on the MLS. You want it on Zillow. You want it on Trulia. You want it on Realtor.com. And depending on where you are in the country, you may want it on Redfin. But in the Southeast, Redfin doesn't even matter. It's not even like a player down here. Nobody's selling their real estate to Redfin over here. We don't do that here. We don't even use Redfin here. It doesn't even show up, on Google. It's not even showing up like that here. All right. So we've gone through these. My opinion, right? Because that's what we're tuning in for. If you've got real estate that you want to sell, you don't want to use a real estate agent, you don't want to use a professional buyer, you want to go and sell it yourself, my recommendation, go buy a for sale sign, for sale by owner sign at Lowe's. Might cost you $30. Go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, whatever. Amazon. Might cost you $30, right? I'm being conservative here. It's probably going to cost you less than that. Buy a Sharpie, put in your number, handwritten, right? The more DIY, the better. Because people are going to know that it's an actual owner. It's not an agent. So go do that. If you've got a little bit of money to spend, go to one of these flat fee MLS listings and pay them $99, $140, whatever. Get it listed on there. Some of these even offer professional photography. Okay. Get it on there. And then once you get on the MLS, it's going to go to Trulia. It's going to go to Zillow. It's going to go to all those websites. That would be my recommendation. Best way to do it. If you need advice on, closing, it's pretty straightforward. For a real estate transaction, if you're selling, right, it's pretty straightforward. They're going to give you offers. You read the offers, look at the purchase price, look at the closing date, and then once you've signed that, you just deliver that contract to an attorney, a real estate attorney, and then the real estate attorney will start working the file for you. Okay? Again, if you're on the sales side, there's not a lot you need to do. You just need to provide access to the property to the buyer. The buyer has more to do in the buying and selling process. The buyer will have to order inspections, have to order appraisals, have to order different things. They'll have to work with their mortgager, their mortgage company. You don't have to do any of that. You hand the contract over to the attorney, and then the attorney will, they will go to the county and verify you're the owner. They'll pull your mortgage documents. They'll contact your lender to get a balance payoff, the balance amount for the payoff. They'll do all that. You don't have to do anything. You just have to give the buyer access to the house when they ask for it, for the inspection, for the appraisal, so on and so forth. That would be my recommendation. If you wanted to go even a cheaper route, I would say, buy the for sale by owner sign. So that's $30. Take pictures with your iPhone or with your Android phone. These phones take really good pictures nowadays. So do that. And then go to Zillow.com, enter the listing. Go to Trulia.com, enter the listing. Go to Realtor.com and put in the listing information. If you put in the listing in those 3 websites, you're golden. Because when you look for real estate online, those are like the 3 websites people go to: Zillow, Realtor.com, and then maybe Trulia, in that order. So I would put it in those 3 and call it a day. And I'll actually add one more and put it on Facebook Marketplace. Because a lot of people are on Facebook looking for a house. So for the cheapest, lowest way of doing it, go buy a for sale by owner sign, which is a red sign with white letters. Put in your number. Take pictures with your iPhone or Android phone. Okay. And you can YouTube ways of taking pretty good pictures. It's easy. Go to Facebook Marketplace, put the listing there. Go to Zillow, put a listing there. Go to Realtor.com, put a listing there. Go to Trulia, put a listing. Okay? And then sell your house. As a seller, there's not a lot you need to do. So it's easy for you. And you can save a ton of cash, right? Off of these commissions that you would otherwise have to pay. Guys, I hope you found this beneficial, informational. If you don't want to do any of that and you do want to sell, again, I buy real estate in South Carolina. PaulMeadowLandBuyers.com, PaulMeadowHouseBuyers.com. My phone number is 803-201-9137. If you've got questions, feel free to call me anytime. We're here to help. Thank you so much.